you ever heard of Candyman?
Look in the mirror and say it once.
Candyman.
For fun.
You don't believe all that nonsense anyway, do you?
Say it again.
Candyman.
For a scare.
A woman died in there. Leave it.
Say it 5 times.
No one ever got past 4.
You're dead.
Candyman.
Try it. We dare you. Candyman. Rated R. Starts Friday, October 16th at a theater near you.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, back again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Candyman. Candyman is based off the novel by Clive Barker, The Forbidden. The music is done by Philip Glass, and directing duties are done by Bernard Rose. The film stars Virginia Madsen and Tony Todd as the Candyman. And if you're familiar with the Bloody Mary urban legend, this is where this film kind of heads, where you dare say his name 5 times in the mirror and then the Candyman appears. This movie was released in the early 90s of 1992. I remember first watching it as a kid on home video on VHS and being creeped the hell out after I was done watching it. And I guess after this film was released a few years later, they released it 2 sequels. One having a theatrical release, and then I believe part 3 was like direct to video. They were going to work on a 4th installment, but that got scrapped. But then we fast forward to the present, and now there's a brand new Candyman film that's already out and released. And they basically act like the last 2 films did not exist, as this new Candyman film is a direct sequel to the original, which is the one we're talking about today. But no, this film is very brilliant. It's like a 90s classic. Tony Todd gives a very haunting performance as the Candyman, as he, wields the hook hand, and you get to delve into Virginia Madsen's character as well, and she's trying to figure out, the whole psychology behind the urban legend, whatever truth she could find on if the Candyman is real or not. And then, of course, there was a number of stories told in the movie of people that, said the name Candyman and this is what happened to so-and-so, but they have a very good chemistry between the two, especially during the scene where Virginia Madsen has her opening encounter with Tony Todd's Candyman out in the parking lot, which I believe she also got hypnotized or got hit with some sort of hypnosis during that scene, because they wanted to do something in a different direction rather than, like typical horror movies where they see the antagonist, there's a lot of, crying and screaming. This is where she's kind of caught up in a trance as he's approaching her and calling her name, so I see how that it was pretty interesting, because they basically wanted to head in a different direction with this horror movie in comparison to what was coming out at that time, which kind of defines it as the classic that it is, because it's easy to go ahead and copy and paste current genres and just go with the setting trend at the time. But they decided to go ahead and not do that and kind of do their own thing, which kind of caused this whole legacy for this film to begin with. But like I said, Tony Todd puts on a haunting performance. Virginia Madsen's acting is on par. You get to know more about her and her friend, because they're skeptical about the whole urban legend, and they want to see what truth they can find out behind it. Unfortunately, Virginia Madsen's character, she finds out that the urban legend is so much very true about the Candyman. You hear a little brief story about his origin, on how he got the hook, and how he was like a painter, and he was, you know, painting this woman, and he ended up falling in love with this woman, and he was like, this is during the times of slavery, you know. So other people end up finding out about that, and then they basically end up capturing the guy, cutting off his hand, and then pouring a bunch of honey, and then having some bees, swarm of bees, just kill him to death, you know. Which in the process, you know, he comes back as the Candyman. That's where the origin of where the hook and all the crazy bees that you see in the trailer and the movie formulate the urban legend of Candyman. Also, if you didn't know, Tony Todd was actually getting paid, I believe, extra money, because this is way before the whole CGI thing was taken off. So he had to actually have real bees in his mouth and real bees all over him. And I believe every time he got stung, he'd get paid extra money every time he got stung. So I'm pretty sure he got one big fat bonus along with the current check he was receiving while filming this movie. I don't know if I'm going to cover the sequels. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not this month, but overall, this is like a 90s classic. I found it very enjoyable, and like I said, it's an adaptation of a novel by Clive Barker, who's known better for like the Hellraiser franchise. So if you guys seen the Candyman, what did you guys think of the Candyman? Did you guys like the Candyman? Did you guys hate the Candyman? Are you indifferent about the Candyman? Do you have a favorite Candyman film in the Candyman franchises? Please let me know, comment below, and I'll see you guys around for the next video. Alright, peace.